Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 7 of Off Brand. I'm Rob Mayhew. 25 years of working in advertising now has led me to be hosting the show, which is a companion piece to On Brand, the Jimmy Fallon show about advertising. Because that's what we needed. The industry needed something sexy on TV. Since Mad Men, there's been nothing. We had The Apprentice. We know how that ended. But we're back. This is week 7. Next week is the final. I say next week. Friday, Halloween is the final. I don't know what I'm going to do for it. Could be a live show. Could be more of this. Will I even watch it live? I don't know. It's Halloween. I'll be probably out trick-or-treating looking all sexy. It's a sexy cat. But I'm excited about today's episode. I'll tell you why. Because there's going to be a big firing. They're going to get rid of 4 people. That's right. This is the one before the one. They need to narrow it down now because Friday is the final, so they need to get rid of some of the people that are just not pulling their weight. I was group fired once, many years ago. We were put into a meeting room and told we're being let go as a group. Couldn't even take the time to do it individually. Isn't that wild? Anyway, that's for another conversation. Last week, Piper won the Pillsbury account. Well deserved. It was her first big win. She's been in a lot of the winning teams, but she hadn't led the team. So that was fantastic. This week, I'm excited because it is KitchenAid. Everyone loves domestic kitchen appliances. Small appliances industry is booming because we like to cook on the go. We like to prepare food in different rooms because often our kitchen isn't big enough. What does that say about the world we live in? Who knows? Anyway, so this week we had Chad, the global marketing director of KitchenAid, come along. We also had Gabby, the VP of brand and product marketing, come along and brief the teams to come up with a campaign to showcase their new KitchenAid Go products. Now, this is very exciting because products, these don't need to plug in. So you can literally prepare your food on the balcony, your small little balcony terrace, or in the toilet, on the toilet, in the bath. That's probably not safe. But it gives you a little bit of flexibility when preparing food. Who doesn't want that in this day and age? I think it's almost expected. I don't know where I'm going to be when I need to bake something. Maybe I'm in the car. Who knows? At the cinema, watching a film. I'm like, just bring out my blender. But anyway, look. This is the brief. They need to come out with a digital series. Now, think Chicken Shop Date. Think James Corden. Don't think about James Corden, but just something that is a repeatable format. It's all about branded entertainment. I'm obsessed with it. I love YouTube. It's my favorite of all the platforms at the moment because brands have a way in to, do you know, Gen Z are watching more YouTube on their TVs than any other streaming service, more than Disney, more than Netflix. They're watching YouTube. So it's quite cost-effective real estate to get into the lounge. Okay. So why wouldn't KitchenAid want some of that? So come up with a digital series. They'd have a celebrity influencer to head it up as well, which is big. Great. Just want to mention, I used to work for Neff Ovens, and we came up with a Facebook community. That's how long ago it was, called Bake It Yourself. Just saying, if I was a contestant, I could probably reuse that idea because I don't think it's going again anymore. I think they canned it. But anyway, so we had the contestants come up one at a time, and they had an hour to prepare. And yeah, they come up with this new to launch the new product line called KitchenAid Go. So only one winner. This is a little twist this week. Only one winner is guaranteed to go through to the final, which is on Friday, Halloween, as I said. Normally, the winning team, the rest of the team are safe. Not this week. They're getting rid of 4 people, so no one's safe. Okay, it's exciting. So up first, we had Azeli, who announced that she was pregnant. I've always dreamt of announcing a pregnancy in a pitch. So she got to do it. I'm very happy for her. Congratulations. You're going to be a wonderful mother. Why not build that into the story of your pitch? Her idea here was, yes, but can you make it on a? So the web series would be about, cooking in different places. I actually like this idea. Not the best name, but good insight of just showing the product and different environments. The client's probably going to go, oh, yeah, that seems like a lot of work. Much rather do it in studio, but that's fine. It doesn't make it not a good idea. Then we had Elijah, who came up with Let Out Your Outlet. This is like a street style thing, interview thing where you ask people, what's your outlet? Like, what's your passion? Quite like this idea. Again, very TikTok-y web series, just getting on the streets. It's low lift to do that. Not bad idea. Um, then we had, boop, then we had Lauren, KitchenAid Cook and Cruise, cooking in the car. James Corden. There we go. I think maybe this has been done quite a lot, the kind of in-car conversations, but the cooking in the car is a nice moment. The client fed back that do they really want to be showing um, the, spills and all of that as the car's moving. So I think this could have been pivoted a little bit to be like what she's done here with the visual. It's like, let's cook in the boot. Let's have an interview on the boot, cook and cruise. Anyway, look, um, that was Lauren's idea. Then we had, up next was Sabrina, Untamed, Unfiltered, and Off the Cord. I think this was like going into the countryside, going into the wild, interviews, cooking. Um, it's very much an obvious place you'd go to with this brief. Obviously, she brought her charm to it. Then we had Bianca, dating, no cords attached, wires crossed, go cordless, get connected. So this is all about a dating format, which we know works with Chicken Shop Date. It's a nice way to get to know people. Is the insight here is like a good way to learn about someone is when they cook for you. So fun, felt very Gen Z, introducing this product range to a new audience. Does it really show the cordless apart from the kind of pun? We'll see. Then we had Mahari. Mahari came up with Unplug and Cook. This is about dads who chat around a table when, just having a good natter. I like this, focusing on the dads. I don't know, they didn't give a lot about who the audience was for this, but I imagine it wasn't just dads. But if it was, this would have won. But I like this, Mahari. They didn't, I won't ruin it, but they didn't see this, the legs of this, but I think this actually had quite a lot of potential. Then we had Piper, who again won the account last week. Breakfast in bed, an interview in bed. Now there's a show in the UK called The Big Breakfast, where they used to interview people in bed. With Paula Yates used to interview. That's how she met Michael Hutchins, and then went on to have an affair with him behind Bob Geldof's back. But anyway, look, breakfast in bed, great format, very simple. This is again is that insight that you can cook and prepare food in any room now. You don't need to plug it in. So great. Then we had Ryan. Last up but not least, Unplug and Unleash. This was about wilderness again. They didn't like this visual. It didn't feel very on brand. But again, it's that kind of, like I said, it's Sabrina had it with her ideas. It's that kind of cooking in the wild, which doesn't, it's just not the most exciting thing, but it's not the worst idea either. So, do you want to know? Oh, just before I go into it, my idea, if I was up here, would have been the insight that eating at work is very expensive now. So why not have some of these products, cordless products at work, so you can prepare your food on your desk? So it would have been like lunches in the office. We spend a week at work. So yeah, you can just showing people preparing their meals. Terrible idea, but I would have placed it in the office. People preparing their food in the office. But I'm not a contestant, and I only just thought about that then. Hasn't got a name yet, but I would have come up with a good one with a pun. So who went through? Well, just before I announce that, the winner of the two winners here, of the two teams, are going to film this web series pilot with Jennifer Garner, who is A-list. We can't deny that. She's an A-lister. So this is a good get. It's what happens when you have Jimmy Fallon hosting the show. He's got access, doesn't he? So the winners were Bianca for No Cords Attached, which is the dating show, and Piper, back again. Well done, Piper. for breakfast in bed. So Bianca got matched with Azeli, Elijah, and Ryan. Piper got Mahari, Sabrina, and Lauren. They got to film with Jennifer Garner. They then went off. They had 6 hours to come up with a proof of purpose of the digital series, so like a pilot. Um, and my favorite scene in this episode was when Jennifer Garner basically they'd been preparing the show. They had to write it and get everything ready. She came in and went, "Hey," and Bianca was like, "Yay! Like you're here. You're here to film." The yay came across as like, "Oh, we're not ready for you." I just like that moment because we've all been there working with talent when they arrive, and you're like, "We're not ready for you yet. You're gonna have to go and sit in the green room for like 25 minutes." Anyway, so yeah, this is their kind of behind the scenes here. This Bianca's team filming their little thing with Jennifer hosting. It was good. It was a bit messy, bit chaotic. The behind like the showing of the filming. Um, I tell you what, let's see it. Let's see what they came up with. Roll VT, and we're back again. There we go. So it was very exciting. It was very close. Um, four are going home and that's scary. Okay. So only the winner is safe. Well, my opinion before we announce, I thought that the breakfast in bed Piper's idea probably had more legs as an idea, but it wasn't the pilot didn't quite do it justice. I thought Bianca's was the best on the day. Again, I don't think this would be Bianca's vision. I blame the client. Who doesn't blame the client often? But are they both their feedback from the clients was product. How's the product going to feature? How the product's going to feature in this? And that often will ruin a digital web series because it then becomes about the product when actually the focus is entertainment. And I think if you'd have left Piper and Bianca, especially, to go off and create the show and then like organically bring the product into it, they would have done a much better job than being kind of the feedback being bring products into it. It felt very producty and not very entertaining. Um, but we did have a winner. There she is again, always winning, always consistent, always brilliant. Bianca through to the final. She was going to be in the final anyway. Um, just the best. And congratulations to her and her team for that win uh, for no cause attached. Did sadly mean that we were going to lose four people. And I can announce now that those four people was Elijah, Azeli, Sabrina, and Lauren. Do you know what? I think that sums up the American workplace where you announce you're pregnant and next thing you know, you're fired. So look, they've all done amazing. Uh, it's been tough, but they're probably the right people to go. Bianca had to go through. Piper has just done great the last few weeks. Ryan started off great, has been consistent, very competitive. Probably lost a bit of his confidence, but he's back. And Mahari again, great. These are all people that have all won. It's a well deserved, all of them. Apart from Lauren on the other team, the others hadn't won anything. So, it's sad to lose them, but this is the show. Congratulations to everyone. Big announcement, though, is that the final on Friday on Halloween is going to be a clean slate. A clean slate, which means that whatever they've done up till now doesn't matter. In this episode, Bianca got upset by that because she's worked so hard and she's clearly been the front runner to not have any of that taken on board on who wins. It feels unfair. Boz was right to point this out that actually, do you know what? Everything you've learned, the consistency you've brought, you should not worry. Bianca has been consistently brilliant. She's not going to fumble the final. She's not capable of doing it. She's consistently deserves to be to winning these every week. So it just means that the others stand a good chance. And really, in the agency land, in the world we work in, it is down to how you perform on the day. So it's a nice twist. I think that yeah, it was a really good episode. I will say this: this was announced. So these are the 4 lineup. It was announced that you can now watch the show on the website, the KitchenAid website. So I'd like to just now take you there. This is the website, um, which I will say I can't find it. I can't find the show. I can't find Bianca's dating show on here. I really tried uh, to find it, and I couldn't. It's nowhere to be found. What? Where do you want me to look? It's not on there, and I've searched for it. So that's sad that they couldn't get this ready in time. Someone's in trouble for that. Anyway, well done, Bianca. Well done, all of the finalists. I'm really looking forward to the final. I don't know who the client is. I probably could have looked it up, but I'm looking forward to the episode. It's going to be Halloween, so I'll be watching it late at night, dressed as a sexy cat. But looking forward to the final. See you next week. See you at the next final episode. Bye now.